Let's activate the panel. Open the gate to the Zero Lab? Absolutely. Excited to press the button and open. Hold it. Oh, why? We're finally on the cusp of getting into the lab. Look, if it's true that a bunch of really dangerous Pokemon might come at it, then shouldn't we also have Koraidon help? Good point, I guess, yeah. Yeah, if Koraidon were like how we first saw it in the Grotto, that'd be a huge help. I want to see it battle. Me too. But I hasn't even wanted to let us ride it ever since we came down to Area Zero. They can't enter its battle form in the first place. But it's really strong, I know it is. Atoll's Herba Mystica we found too. When it really matters, I'm sure it'll fight. And Area Zero is where I used to live. If you bring it out of its ball now, maybe I'll be able to find its family too, right? That's pretty sensible by your standards, Arvin. I don't know. Go on, Cube. Let Koraidon out. Sure, let's go. Let's see what the answer is here then. Alright, come on, Cube. Now they've got Koraidon ready, it's time to open that gate. Sure, Fig. Let's go. Is it going to be a CGI? Let's get the feeling it's going to be, you know what I mean? Yeah, the fact that they faded to black. Yep, here we go. Who we got? Probably the legendary, right? That's the other legendary they're talking to us about. Oh. Right behind us, yeah. The family reunion is happening. Whoa, no way. No, something's not right. Huh. What's this then? Odd. Very odd. So I was right, it was another Koraidon, but what was that all about then? What's wrong? Are you bummed that your heartwarming family reunion got cut off so quickly? Are you joking? There was nothing heartwarming about it. We were this close to getting caught up in a nasty brawl. Wait, for real?
Yes!
Look right and Perfect's terrified. Guess the other one isn't exactly its pal. Yeah, the other Pokemon's giving us some real bad vibes.
You don't say!
Not that you should worry about, I think, about any of that. Once we get back into your battle form, I'm sure you'll be going toe-to-toe against that jerk. If you wanna. Sorry, I guess that doesn't really help, huh? So you think that other Koraidon was one of the dangerous Pokemon the Professor warned us to watch out for? Didn't the Professor's dangerous Pokemon would come out from inside? You mean from inside the gate we just... Oh, yeah. Those are two new species I've never seen before. Mischievous and is that Amoonguss? Kinda looks like it, yeah. Three of them once, eh? What the? Can I have to take on three of them at once, eh? Is this the idea? Okay. And we're surrounded by them. Yep. It's pretty obvious they're not here to roll out a friendly welcome mat. No way we can handle this many. And don't tell me they're all ancient Pokemon. We've got a load of stats on our hands here. Even that fella's ready to bail. And I guess it's my turn, I've been waiting. Come on, Cuba, do it together. What are we up against then? First of all, great task. Okay, sure, we can get it. Let's get it right. Alright, let's start with the fake out. So it can't, obviously hit us for the flinch. With some touch-up damage. That'll look like I'm not using the drill then. Nice. Gonna flinch. And I think after this we'll go play rough. Drill him from Lycra Rot, that might put it in range to die after that crit. Is that enough? Not quite, okay. It does use Brick Break on me, which, for being a neutral move, is surprisingly powerful. We'll go play rough again. Like, what is going to get the drill gun up and take hit regardless. So I think this might be a gauntlet of a series of, like, fights here coming up. We'll see. Rather strong now. This is a worthwhile challenge. I'm glad you're on our side, but you're still really annoying when you say stuff like that. Why are they coming at me? Cube, help me out here. Alright, so we got 2 Mischievouses or just 1? I mean, Amucuses rather, sorry. Just the 1, okay. We can do this. What type would this be though? I'm curious. Brute Bonnet, alright. Let's use Fake Out first of all. I'm gonna go with Gigaton Hammer here. See what type it may be. Neutral? Okay, good to know. Fire Pulse, I might take out. Okay, Resist Dark, which means it might be a Psychic type. Crash. Should be Psychic here, so let's go with Knockoff and see. Oh wait, no. Dark's resisted, so it can't be Psychic, I don't believe. Yeah, because, yeah. I think it's good against Dark, but weak against Ghost. Okay, that's one thing, sorry. I have no idea what that thing's typing is, by the way. It's not a Steel, because it wasn't resisted. The ancient past must have been terrifying. Okay, nice. Let's get a few of them away, nice. Good stuff. Yeah, and let's Pokemon get out, we're gonna have a gigantic mess on our hands. We've gotta go after him, Penny. Why me? Wait. Hold on a moment, why do I get the feeling you're enjoying all this? Yeah, so basically we gotta chase them down before they get out into the public, because it could cause a massive issue. I hope the 2 of them can handle their part. But at least the crowd's been found out now, it's up to us to deal with what's left. Let's go for the super strong looking one first, yeah, the Mischievous. Yeah, let's get it in. Let's go. I'm down. That's quite a cool design of the Mischievous actually, I kinda like it. Luttermane, eh? Alright.
In editing, I'm realizing that they gave us a Mon with Intimidate to try and lower Fluttermane's physical attack. My brother in Christ, that thing is a special attacker. Have you not been looking at the VGC formats?
You're probably ghosted, so I'm not gonna fake you out. You know what? I'm gonna go right for the Gigaton Hammer this time. 5 shot, okay? 5, we can take that. Gigaton Hammer comes in. Do at least half. You're weak, so what is you could be a fairy type. Yes! That Steel's good against fairy. That could be a fairy type. That might be a psychic fairy type actually. Potentially. See, the power of friendship had us perfectly in sync, all thanks to our tight hunting together. Feels good how you worry you may have to face the other one of your kind. Well, let me take on some of the burden. These stragglers should be nothing. Me and Mavos of K can take them. Okay, you take your partner there and go take care of business. Got it. Let's see, you've got some faith in us at last. Mavos can't wait to battle either. Come right on. You really ruined my whole childhood, you know? It's not like seeing you coward, wearing a scared out of which makes me feel any better about it. You've got an amazing power that you just use them and you got us through, so don't even think about losing to that jerk. Be brave, stand up and fight. True that. How's that team looking? Fine, I would say. Let's just head in, I guess. Okay, we're not heading yet? Oh, we can. Okay, the cutscene, right, cool. Got a load screen. I was wondering why. A bit confused by that. Oh! Hello, I guess. And there she is. Human presence detected within the Zero Lab. Wait, is she not actually human? She's like is she like a robot of such? Yeah, I don't think she's human, you know. Deactivating sleep mode. What the hell? Hello, Cube. Thank you for coming. Oh, here we go. So that's her Koraidon. Gotcha. No, back to your ball. It's a master ball as well, I see. Interesting. That one is far less tractable and far more aggressive than the one you've travelled with. Your Koraidon fled areas you could have lost to the other one in a territorial struggle. I'm afraid that there is something for which I must apologise. I'm not the true Professor Sada. Then who are you? Who are you? I am an artificial intelligence the professor created and imbued with her memories and knowledge. In short, I am an AI-powered robot. I knew something was off about her. I knew it, yeah, after that last, research area. The real professor passed away during the incident that destroyed research station number 4. Alright then. That explains everything.
Hold on, this changes everything.
The incident? The Pokemon was not to be blamed. It was the original professor who had failed to accurately judge its full power. I believe the professor wanted nothing more than for the Koraidon to survive and thrive. That's why she threw herself in front of your Koraidon in an attempt to protect it. From the time I first reached out to Director Clavel and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an AI. Cube, the reason I asked you to come to me is because I have one last thing to do here at the Zero Lab and I desire your help. In short, I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original professor created. Any questions can be addressed as we make our descent. Follow me. They actually put someone, a main character, dying in a Pokemon game. Now that I didn't see coming. Jesus. Kind of wild actually when you think about it. Or like the age range of this game. Kind of wild. Boost energy. The energy that fills it. Okay, I can't even get a chance to read that. Let's just see what that was. An item to be held by Pokemon with certain abilities. The energy that fills this capsule boosts the strength of the Pokemon. I wonder if that's to do with the legendary, maybe. The elevator will take us down to the low levels. Step inside. Let's get it. Something insane is gonna happen here anyway. Anyway, I can tell you that much. Cube, it truly is a great relief to me that you came. I will answer my question as you may have. Is there anything you wish to know? What happened to the real professor? Yeah. As I explained to you before, the original professor no longer exists. During the destruction of the research station, her physical body received grievous injuries that left it unable to sustain life. I am afraid that this fact may be difficult for her son, Arvin, to accept. I now manage the Zero Lab in the original professor's place. What is this time machine? The time machine is a device that the original professor and I worked on together. It sends Pokeballs to a different point on the timeline to catch Pokemon there, and it can then draw them back here to the present. When she was alive, Professor Sada had a great fascination with Pokemon from another age, what you might call ancient Pokemon. Even as we speak, the time machine continues to automatically draw ancient Pokemon to this time. Is there anything else you wish to ask? What is an AI really? An AI is an artificial intelligence created by a human being. A computer draws on the original professor's knowledge and memories to calculate all of my thoughts and actions. The results of those calculations are expressed by his mechanical body built to resemble the professor in every way. Humanity does not in fact possess the knowledge to develop such a sophisticated AI at present. But the crystals that make up the Zero Lab have made such a thing possible here. They are also why I cannot leave this place. Is there anything else you wish to ask? Good point. What is it you really want? The original professor had a dream of a world in which ancient Pokemon might live alongside present day Pokemon in harmony. But these Pokemon's powers seem to stem from a primal energy of the ancient past, and this energy has proved too terrible. Their very existence brings destruction to the ecological balance of this modern age. The original professor would say that such destruction is a natural part of life. At present, the barrier in Area Zero is still working to keep the ancient Pokemon from escaping into the rest of Paldea. We've begun to see Pokemon appear that can break the barrier, such as Great Tusk. Eventually they will break free of this walled garden known as Area Zero and run rampant across the Paldea region. When they do, the rich and varied ecosystem of Paldea will be trampled beneath their coming. I may have been created as a copy of the professor, and yet I cannot seem to find a logic in allowing such a tragedy to occur. But any hope of preventing it would require overcoming the greatest AI that the original professor ever devised. Cube, you have become a formidable trainer. Now use that strength you have gained to destroy the dreams Sada once cherished. Sure. Seems like we're gonna have to. I appreciate your willingness to help. Why is an Ultra Ball just stuck in the ground, by the way? You see that? We have reached the lowest level. Something insane's gonna happen here regardless. I'm interested to see where this goes. Is this a full terrestrialized arena? Oh my god, what the hell, loving hell is that? Is that the time machine? Yeah, this is kinda nuts. Behold. This is the time machine we perfected using the power of the terrestrial phenomenon. That is crazy, by the way. I mean, just look at this thing. Like, what the actual... That's nuts. I seem good? Yeah, I think we're good. I should safety save in case the game crashes for whatever reason. Don't know how to crash shit in this game, but I hear that it can happen. So just for safety save, let's go. To stop the time machine, you will need to use the Professor's ID, which has been embedded within the Scarlet book. It was very like the Professor put the final key we need in that book of all places. She loved that volume since childhood. If you place the Scarlet book upon the pedestal here, you'll be able to stop the time machine. There's just one issue. If you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overridden by the system's programming. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle by my code. My battling abilities are peerless. They are built upon analysis of all the battles carried out by the various champions of the Paldea region. Having seen the bond between you and your Pokemon, however, I believe you can prevail. Once you have readied yourself for this fight, please place the Scarlet book upon the pedestal. Oh, so this is the real final fight. Okay, I got you. Well, with everything out of the way, this might be a battle against like a trainer battle, so I'm gonna go Clodsire, just in case. Let's do this. Scarlet book. Will you place Scarlet book on the pedestal? Let's get it, gamers. ID confirmed, Professor Sada. Access granted. Initiating emergency shutdown. Please wait, please wait. Access denied. Shutdown command overridden. Reinitializing. It's up to you now, Cube. Yeah, Sada switching to sleep mode, activating offensive protocols. Yeah, this looks pretty fucking nutty, I'm gonna be honest. Please, defeat me. At last. At last, my dream is within reach. And you're not getting in the way. Master Ball and Hammer, we're gonna have to go up against Koraidon, aren't we? AI Sada has initiated a battle. And this is how you do a final boss. Slitherwing, eh? Okay. If you're like what Volcaro normally should be bug fire, right? I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let anyone get in the way of my goals. Sullivan level 66. Okay, let's go toxic spikes. Lunge as a bug type move. Are we good? Yeah, we can do this. Alright. Same thing as before, guys. We're gonna try and get 2 layers of toxic spikes up. This is the power of the ancient pass hold. Splendid, isn't it? This is really epic. This is how you do a final fight in a Pokemon game. We should have had this long time ago. This is more what I'm talking about. So let's get that second layer of toxic spikes. Then headbutt sidekick. That may be good against me, yeah. That's fine, I'm still alive. Do you imagine you can base the wealth of data at my disposal with your human brain? Poison point, that's beautiful. Okay, let's get that second layer of toxic spikes up too, so we can poison anything that comes in. So we know you can use psychic attacks. I think you might be bug psychic, maybe. You need to remember, we need to keep that in mind, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's just go with Bug Psychic, Bug Psychic. Let's go for an Earthquake, actually. Yeah, Earthquake. If we can survive, which we won't. 10 hit, but we'll take it out. Okay, that's fine.
Watching this back, it makes me realize how much as a Pokemon player I've improved over the last few years. It was clearly always going to use Zen Headbutt, so why would I not send a Meowscarada out of there when it's part Dark type and it could have immune his attack entirely? And I'd probably be faster than it as well because of his good speed stat. Honestly, I used to be so bad at these games, man.
It's gonna be crazy to see some people's like Nuzlockes if they get to this point and they're under level. That'll be an interesting watch, like, for sure. This is gonna be a really sick final battle. Right, so Bug Psychic, I believe the type is. Which means we probably should go Armor Rouge here. Alright. Let's go Flamethrower. Leech Life. Resisted. Actually, I didn't resist it, but I did way too much damage for my liking. A lot of damage. Flamethrower, how's the effectiveness? Super effective. Okay, so that is Bug Psychic then, I'm pretty sure. Now this is interesting. Child, do you actually understand ancient Pokemon's weaknesses? It would appear right there. Brute Bonnet's coming in next. Brute Bonnet's the Amoonguss form, right? So let's keep that in. You got Master Ball for every form. That's gonna be insane if you do. I don't think you're Grass Poison. I think you got Poison. I think you may be Grass Psychic here. So I'm gonna go with Armor Cannon. Sucker Punch. Good thing you survived. Come on, let's get it. Beautiful. Sandy Shocks. Now, I actually believe this is meant to be a Paradox and Magneton, I've heard, so I don't think we'll outspeed is the only issue, so we need to switch mons here. I'm going to go into the Titan here. See what it does. It'll probably not be Electric Steel. It'll probably still be Steel, but it'll be a different typing altogether, I think. Let's see his thing. No idea. Actually, I don't think it's Steel Tip. If it was Steel Tip, we would be able to get poison with it. We'll just go with Avalanche. This thing will probably be faster than me. I want to see what move it will pull out. Flash Cannon, so it's still Steel Type. Okay, good enough. Avalanche, double damage. It's super effective, eh? Ground. It's probably Steel Ground type. Oh, actually, that makes a lot of sense if you think about it. I think every single one of these Pokemon are ground type because they're from the ancient past, like Caveman era, where Pokemon from the future digitalized electric. I think maybe all electric types, or possibly Steel. I don't know. Fluttermane. That is the Jigglypuff one, right? Oh, this is Mischievous. Okay, I believe it's. I don't think it's Ghost anymore. I think this might be a Psychic. This is at least a Psychic type. I'm pretty sure about that.
Bruh.
Steel. What's good against Steel? Fairy. So it's at least a Fairy type. Fake Out has no effect, which means it's a Ghost type. So it is a Ghost Fairy type. Quite cool typing, actually. I've not ever had one. Bonk. Thank you. Big Bonk Hammer does justice here. Scream Tail. Now that I believe the Jigglypuff. Let's keep in. Second to last mon. You can't use Gigaton Hammer again because of you can't use twice in a row, but we can use Fake Out. But it failed? Oh, but it always gets me confused. Not when it's the first turn of the opposing Pokemon being in the field, it's the first turn of you being in the field. I need to remember that more. Genuinely. Alright. You see that you can't really do much to me though, so we're going to go ahead and play rough here. Rain Punch again, resisted by 4 times. Actually, just regular effectiveness action there, might ignore me. Play rough. 2 damage. Poison damage, will chip it away. Very nice. And now I'm able to go into Gigaton Hammer. Even if you Rain Punch me, yep, you HP back, I should be fine here. Gigaton Hammer, let's go. Good stuff. And then Roaring Moon. I actually have no idea what this is. You're kind of low on HP, aren't you? I think I'm going to go into Titan, honestly. We do have priority in case we get... This is a really cool, just atmospheric, like, final fight. Everything is proceeding within my expectations. I'm afraid the probability of you winning is 0. Are you sure about that? Boring moon. Holy f***, that looks sick. That meant to be a Paradox Salamence. That is nutty, by the way. Holy shit. Oh, what do you have? The booster energy. Photosynthesis. Attack was heightened. Oh my god. Physical attack. Oh, you're going to be fast because you're meant to be a Salamence, so I'm going to Terrestrialize and use Ice Shard. If it wasn't for the fire who took damage, I would have totally went for Avalanche here, but I've got to get as much damage off of you as possible here. Ice Shard, is this enough? Are you still Dragon type? That's the question. Seems like you are, but it's not enough. Stone Edge. Looks like a mess. I don't see you moving. That's big.
Oh, let's go! That's class!
Poison damage comes in. It's not going to take it out. However, Ice Shot is going to. Thank you for playing Sada, but... Not AI Sada rather, but it is I who takes the win here. Really, really sick fight. Really, really sick, you know, vibe to the whole final boss in this game. I really love that. Impossible. Listen to the music, man. It's so atmospheric. I love that. Short circuit. This is where everyone else can enter, isn't it? Yep. Cube. Here they are. What is this? Did you already beat all the baddies without me? I am afraid so, Nimona. Okay, out with it, you. Who are you really? But thank you for everything. The time machine has finally... She has finally been stopped. You're really not my mom, are you? Oh, look how big you've grown. So proud of you, Mai. Sorry you were alone so long. Or... Mom? Security system failure. This is security system failure. Threat to time machine detected. Threat to time machine detected. Oh, whoa, what's going on now? Is another army of Pokemon on its way here? It cannot be.
Well, we're
Hey yo, an obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle. What? What's keeping the time machine running truly all the professor cared about? Blocking all Pokeball except those versions of Sada's ID. So it's just me, isn't it? Program initializing, gathering terrestrial energy. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. You must run. AI stated disabled. Paradise Protection Protocol initialized. What in the living are we about to do? The fact that 4 of us are here, I'm thinking it's a terror raid battle. Holy f***, this is the way to end the Pokemon game. You are not getting in my way. Oh, and it's got the glitcher effect. Oh, that is so good. This is easily the best ending in any Pokemon game, period. I thought the post game of Legends Arceus was good. This took it up another level. You can see they're getting better. They just need the babe up and the right up. There we go. You can see that they're turning up a level here. Yeah, our Pokeballs are. Yep. Can't fight it. This is where we get convincibility, isn't it? This is f***ing sick. You can, like, as much as Game Freak gets shit, and I'm not defending because the graphics and the frame rate on launch was not good enough. However, when it comes to the other aspects of the game, like story, especially story, and the gameplay was so fun, and it's exploring the world, they have leveled up. They've completely changed the franchise of Legend Arceus. That was like a prototype for this game, and now here we are. Here's the real thing. Now, they can just somehow, I don't know how they're going to do it, how limited they get to develop the game, because they get rushed to make their games, because they need to line everything up with the merchandise, the anime airtimes, the TCG coming out, so they can't just delay the game, because they got to delay everything else in the process. If they can somehow figure a way to get the graphics and frame rate better, this game would be a legit, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Pokemon fan, it would be a legit masterpiece. This would be probably the best Pokemon game. You know what, I'm gonna go one step further. If the graphics was at least a really pretty 1080p, like clean, actual proper graphics, like, oh, I don't know, a Monster Hunter level, or even a Xenoblade level, this would be the best Pokemon, objectively the best Pokemon game of all time. You can have your opinions, you can like whatever game you want better, but this objectively would be the best Pokemon game of all time, period. This is easily, in terms of story anyway, the best Pokemon games since Pokemon Black and White 2. And I'm including Black and White 1 and Black and White 2 in it because they kind of follow the same story all the way through to the end of 2. So, this was an insane way to do it. Give us more of this in the future, please. This is a complete step up for the franchise. You can't battle without a Pokemon in the field, that's right. It's true, our Pokeballs won't work. How are we even supposed to battle? Right on. That's your answer. Some crazy electrical signals jamming our Pokeballs, even I can't get them open. That's totally cheating and you call yourself an adult? Pokemon. Here we go. Will that be the only option left? Here we are. Come on, Koraidon, do your thing, mate. It's time. We're kind of screwed here, let's go. Here it is. Yeah, you gotta see it for the very end of the game, because if we had this thing from the very beginning, we would just, there's no point to catch anything else. We have to keep it to the end so we actually do the new content in the game. And that breaks this barrier probably, doesn't it? Well, not quite, but we can still fight it. Cool. Let's get it. See here. Alright, Calcum Pulse, the sunlight turned harsh. I also have the same thing. Providing the Guardian of Paradise. So we got Flamethrower, Collision Course, Endure, or Terror Blast. So we're not. I don't believe we're Terrestrialized right now, so I don't think we can use this right now. Endure. Okay, I get that. Yeah. The user transform the crash to the ground, causing a massive prehistoric explosion. The smooth power is boosted more than usual if it's a super effective hit. What type are you, Koraidon? Am I able to check this? Fighting Dragon. Terror type Dragon. Flamethrower would be resisted. I think Collision Course is the best option here. Oh, you taunt A, okay. I can't use the same move twice in a row. Alright, Collision Course that is. See? Nice damage, okay. Chain into his battle form. Let's go, Koraidon, you got this. Okay, what can we do now? Let's actually go with Terror Blast. We can't use Collision Course. You will fall here up in the Scorching Paradise and achieve nothing in the end. Flamethrower is resisted, thank you very much. Yep. Terror Blast, let's go. Doesn't really do much, unfortunately, for us. Go for Collision Course again. You will not be allowed to destroy my paradise. Obstacles to my goals will be eliminated. Ball drop. Just got a different moveset from us. Okay, gotcha. Flashing cross to get it. Nice. Shook off the taunt as well. Nice, nice, nice. This looks like it could be bad. Hang in there, Cube. Keep going. The data says I am the superior. Fall and become a foundation upon which my dream may be built. You get impact. This is how you do damage to yourself though. 1 HP. I wonder if that's scripted to do that. Toughed it out. Yeah, it probably is. Probably is scripted. But we're not getting that thing then, are we? Do that hit like a champ you can do it. I know you can. That was sharply. Can I heal it? And I may be able to. Full restore on Koraidon Seer. The opposing Koraidon must recharge. Oh my god, we do not pull up a win here, that doesn't look good. Hey Cube, your terror orb's glowing. Yep, there's the fight I was expecting. Alright. Keep Koraidon, Terrassalize, and finish this all. +2. Omni Boost. Lovely, that's what you love to see. Alright. Terrassalize. And we're gonna go for Terror Blast, I think, here. Because it is part dragon, which means we're weak to dragon. Do this. Let's get it. Terror Blast, this should do a whole lot of damage this time. Especially with the Omnibus and everything. There, that's what we're talking about. Flamethrower, get resisted. Show them you won't be pushed around. Timid Terrassalize and get some super effective hits. +3 attack. And then just finish it off, shall we? Terror Blast, and you're done. Thank you for coming. Bye bye. And just like that, the other Koraidon goes down. Let's see here. You defeated the Paradise Protection Protocol. You did it. It's not going berserk anymore? How? How very astounding. To think that you would manage to defy even the original Professional's final protections. Are you back to normal? Yes, a completely unforeseen outcome even for an AI possessing the most sophisticated technology ever conceived. Even on the brink of despair, you children did not give in and instead proved your worthiness. You know something I've just realised, by the way? But Billy this entire game still haven't received a Master Ball, but she had 5 Master Balls handy for this. We're gonna get it off of her. Showing the wisdom to think for yourselves, the courage to hold faith in your friends, and the fortitude to do what had to be done. No matter how difficult your own paths may have been, I believe you'll be capable of walking whatever path you choose for yourself now, with pride. Thank you, Cube. I thank all of you children. I am afraid that the time machine cannot be put to a complete stop so long as I am here. It appears I myself am part of the system that ensures the machine reboots when stopped. Huh? What does that mean? I'm sorry. You know, when I was watching you all on your adventures from down here, I felt a sense of jealousy. I envied your freedom. The way that you came together working in a league with your fellows and caring for them. The way that you sought strength and to bear yourself to bring all you are into your battles. The way that you would face on even the greatest enemies to save that which you loved. The way that you never cease to seek nor to fight for a treasure all your own. And the way you soared free through the very skies on those wings of yours. I wish I too might be as free as you all, free to seek out that which I might treasure. Above all else, not bound. Your own treasure. As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop, for I am inextricably connected to it. So I made a decision. I'll use the time machine to journey into the world of the ancient past I have dreamed of. What? You can't just leave now, right when we finally reach you. I'm not going only so that the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot deny my desire to see that ancient world for myself. It's what I feel like to have your heart race with the thrill of adventure. Arvin, I am sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of the professor, and so I understand better than any. Your mother truly loved you. Yeah, you can't. Can't just go and say something like that now. No, I suppose you're right. I am sorry. Arvin, Coridon, Cube. It's a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye. Here we are. Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. And she's taking the Scarlet book with her. I believe that's it. We've beaten the game, right? Gee, freaking Jesus, so. That's how you do an ending to a Pokemon title. We should be getting this game a long, long time ago. Absolutely insane. I need to go play through my physical copy of Violence and see what the differences are in this section of the game. So everything's been shut off then, eh? How could you just go? Arvin, you okay, bud? Yeah, somebody did. I kind of already knew it. I knew that thing was fake. But it said my name using her voice and wearing her face. Even if it was fake, it felt real, you know, and so I just Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. That's okay. I guess Coridon inside too. No, but that battle ball, how cool is that? It's so strong. If it tries to nudge at me for a belly rub while it's huge legs, I seriously think I'm gonna die. You know, let's not skip over the big win here. Cube and Coridon just saved all up out there. That's right, you both did amazing. Thanks, Cube. Yeah, that's my buddy Cube for you. You know, Arvin, even though the professor's gone, I bet she's finally having a real fun adventure of her own in the past. Yeah, thanks, Penny. Yeah, sorry. What should we do now, Cube? Let's head on out. You said it, come on everyone, let's get out of here and make our way home. Just like that, I think we've beat the game. It would seem. Now, I do know the credits theme has got a copyrighted soundtrack in it, so is this where the credits play? Because if so, I'll be listening to it, I want to hear it. But for the YouTube video, I'm going to have to edit it out and replace a different like background music song from this game in when it's playing. Because I will, apparently I've been hearing people and streamers getting copyright, not just claimed, but copyright striked for it. So I cannot risk that. So I will not be allowed to play it. If you want to listen to the credit song, I believe it's called Ed Sheeran Celestial or something like that. Let me double check for you. Okay, just double check it is officially Celestial. Yes, that is the correct song by Ed Sheeran. So if you want to listen to it, you're free to go there. Anyway, okay everyone, listen up. What is it? Let's take the long road home. Get a little more fun out of this adventure. I don't really... Sounds great if we can load up with snacks first time in. There's a little jingle, yep. Hey Cube, not you too. There you go, yeah, that's right, tell me go on. Alright, fine, I guess we're doing this. This is not just a regular Pokemon ending, like, you know, Hall of Fame. This feels like a freaking actual RPG ending. Like, an actual JRPG ending kind of ending, you know what I mean? If, like, I feel like, you know, imagine we had voice acting, like, that ending with that voice acting, that would feel like I'm playing, like, almost like a, and there's a copyrighted song, I hear it, so I'm going to cut this out of the video. But, yeah, if they had voice acting at the end of that cutscene, that would feel like a JRPG ending, like a Xenoblade ending. Not to the same level, because Xenoblade, my mom still have to create masterpieces. But, you get what I mean? They're starting to get better. Like I say, this game, graphics and frame rate, like if this was a beautiful 1080p, 60 FPS locked, this game, honestly, no joke. I know Pokemon never go for rewards, but the gameplay's up there, the world exploration up there, the fun aspect in this game in general is so high. Shiny hunting is really good in this game. There's a lot of new ability to share up competitive battling. Like, everything in this game for me, except from graphics and frame rate, I would really rate at least a 9 out of 10. It was fantastic. That story is the best story in any Pokemon game in the main series. I still think Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky has got the best story in any Pokemon game, period. Because of how long they planned out their story, they were allowed to actually tell a story. But that was a fantastic ending sequence for a main story game. So, here's what I'm going to do it. What is my review score for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Story, 10 out of 10. Absolutely. If it wasn't for that final section, I would give it maybe an 8. Like, it was good, it wasn't great. That last section was worth it alone to get to that point. 100%. Especially if you're a Pokemon fan, you never experienced anything like that before. And you will want to see that. Gameplay, the most fun I've ever had in any Pokemon game. I can play this game for hours, get lost, do literally anything with friends, solo, whatever. 10 out of 10, absolutely. Graphics, here's where we go down a little bit. 5 out of 10. The state that it released in, honestly, it should not have been acceptable. I get that the publishers were pushing out, couldn't do nothing about it. The graphics honestly looked like either a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 game. Genuinely. The frame rate as well. Some areas, especially with the Dragon Titan, it was like what, like 5-10 FPS in that big lake area, and it was so laggy. So no, that's not acceptable. Most areas are fine, 30 FPS most of the time, but some they can dip to like 20 FPS as well. That needs to get fixed. However, when it comes to the frame rate, it can get fixed due to, patches coming out to fix it. What I feel we need, because they won't get time to delay the games or like publishing it, I think we need a new Switch, either a completely new generation Switch or a Switch Pro, but it must have DLSS 3.0 technology in it, because it can run the game at a lower resolution. I think that the technology is it runs at a lower resolution, but still keeps the quality of a higher resolution. So because running at a low resolution, it can push the frames up. We need that technology for this game to run well. And I know you guys at Game Freak can do it, because as of November 28th, oh, here's the normal music, but I can play it now. I can play the I can turn it back onto game volume, not copyrighted music anymore. But it was a really cool performance by Shun by the Celestials. But all I'm saying is, I saw earlier today, the day I'm recording it, that the Pokemon mod community already has a 60 FPS solid stable patch for this game on emulator, and it's been about a week, about 10 days since release. You guys can do it. You guys can definitely do it. Yeah, these guys don't even work for like a programming company. They do it as a hobby. The mod community, and they've already got 60 FPS solid patch, and it looks 90 the difference. Honestly, it looks crazy. Anyway, other thing I want to talk about the game, the main characters, Clabelle, the Academy, and especially Nimona and Arvin. I like Penny as well, but Nimona and Arvin are some of the best rivals I think I've seen in a Pokemon game in a long time. Honestly, so well done. And the new Pokemon Generation 2 are also very interesting in my opinion. Overall, my rating for this game, it would be a 10 out of 10, and I would absolutely recommend this to anybody to play if you're an RPG or JRPG fan. However, because of the graphics and the frame rate, I'm going to have to bump it down to an 8 out of 10. But if you're a Pokemon, I'm going to give it a different rating for a Pokemon fan, which you're not used to good resolution and frame rates anyway. 10 out of 10. For the general fans of gaming in general, like this kind of genre game, it's an 8. But if you're not really too fussed in graphics, but you prefer just the gameplay, it's an absolute recommendation to play this, 100%. What a freaking great game this was. And no, this is not where the series ends, by the way. We still have, apparently, I've heard there's a post-game story somewhere. I don't know how long it is, so no, the series is not over yet. Because our final objective when it comes to this series will inevitably be getting the shiny charm. I didn't have to put it in, but we're very close to getting it, so I'm going to include it in the final episode for that. Anyway, we've got something, so let's see what we got. So,
Alright, so as we've come to the end of the main story of this series, I believe we should be able to get the last little bits of this series done in the next episode. There's still going to be one more episode where we do everything. I'll just kind of like do a bit of a voiceover, talk about the stuff that we're doing, which will be the old side stuff now at the end of it, in the next episode basically. So essentially, the next episode will be the finale of this series. All right, so with that, if you enjoyed the episode, which I certainly enjoyed making it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll see you in the next episode, which will be the finale of the series. Have a good one, and peace.